And my lawn sister took the test the same day, and she was like, yeah, you check your score? And I was like, fuck no. Like, man, like I'm about to pass out in this bitch. Hey you guys, it's me, IFailedTheMCAT, coming to you with another video. And yeah, by the description, I failed the fucking MCAT, so let's just jump into it. I just want to note that this is take 2 because the first 13-minute video that I originally recorded before I edited it, I had all this. I had some freaking lipstick on my teeth, and it was just like fucking ridiculous. So here we go, round 2. So yeah, here's a story about how I failed the MCAT. I have a dream to become a pediatrician. I fell in love with kids at it wasn't a young age because that's another story for another day. I decided to become a pediatrician. I made the plan and I started to do things in order to make that, come true. Of course, in like middle school and high school and, making good grades and graduating, top of my class, not valedictorian, I wasn't doing all that shit. I think I was like top 6% graduated from my class. So it was pretty cool. And I've always done well in school, so that wasn't a problem. Transitioning from high school to college, not only is the academia kind of different if you're not used to taking challenging courses, which I have because I was always taking, honors and AP. But when you have other things and other pressures kind of like bothering you and kind of weighing in on you and affecting the way that you kind of operate, it's just a lot. It's a big jump. Adjusting to undergrad, I didn't start off very, very well, as well as I wanted to. I wasn't a dumbass. I had very average undergrad grades when it came to, like my biologies, my chemistry, this physics. Like I didn't excel. I didn't get straight A's. I didn't get a 4.0 like I wanted. And I felt like that's what a competitive medical school student needed to have, especially a freaking black girl from Memphis. Like, especially these schools that only take like 3 applications a fucking year. Upon graduation, I knew I didn't have the strongest GPA that I could have had, but there was nothing I can do about that except for get a master's, and I wasn't thinking about that as an option at that moment. It is what it is at this point, so now I have to focus on the MCAT and I have to make it very strong. I really didn't want to do self-study because I didn't want that pressure on me. I guess if I failed, I wanted somebody to blame, but I wanted the structure. I wanted to have the resources, and there is a summer program at University of Tennessee Health Science Center for undergraduate students and incoming freshmen who are interested in medicine, for them to get those clinical hours, that that experience, in order for you to find like whether or not this field is really for you if you have that passion. Paid for the Kaplan course, and it also paid you to study for the course. So it was really, really cool, and I greatly benefit from it. Of course, as much as I could, but I mean, we here doing this video about how I felt the MCAT, so there's that. I would say that I was studying for about 2.5 months. I signed up to take the test in August 18, 2018. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I want a little more time, because I wasn't trying to be one of those, I'm gonna take the next day. Like, no, bitch, I need a nap. I was studying really hard, literally an 8 to 5 homework. You have things to do, full length tests, practice sections. You need to read chapters after chapters after chapters a day. And I think one of the mistakes that I made while studying, I was so focused on content that I didn't practice as much as I needed to. But I was just like, well, what the fuck I'ma practice if I don't know the shit? But now looking back, I could have easily, practiced the way the questions were going to be asked and learn the material on the way, and kind of go back and forth, since I was on a quote unquote time crunch that I put myself in, that I really didn't have to. Imaginary deadlines, they always get the best of you. August 18th comes. I'm pretty calm, cool, and collected. I'm feeling pretty confident. My weakest section is the chemistry physics section of the MCAT, and it's divided into 4 subjects. If you're not familiar with how the test is laid out, it is a 7.5-hour test, so you are literally training for a marathon. My strengths were, cars and psych-soc, which I think everybody is kind of familiar with those. They're the quote-unquote easy ones. Biology is really good too. It wasn't my strongest, but it was stronger than, chem phys. I took chemistry and physics like freaking thousands of years ago. This is one of the reasons why I was so focused on content, because I want to be like, yo, like I haven't looked in this shit in years. I wanted to make sure that I remembered it in order to recognize it enough for the actual MCAT. The reason that I chose August 18th as a date to take the MCAT is because I was like, okay, as you all will kind of find out or kind of learn about me if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, but I'm an AKA and my number is 18. So I was like, it means something. I'm 18, I'm finna take the test on the 18th. And then, the MCAT releases their scores a month later. So I would receive my scores on September 18th, which is my sister's birthday, and also the day that I got to see Drizzy Drake and the Aubrey and Three Amigos tour. And I take the test in scrubs because that's what I was studying, because even though I wasn't supposed to have a job, a bitch got bills. Trying to get as comfortable as I could to take this big ass, long ass, intimidating ass test, and trying to be as prepared and confident and calm as possible. As soon as I finished the test, I'm like, whoa, I'm done. I was seeing some things like, okay, yes, okay. Then I was like, ooh, sis, It was kind of I knew a lot, and there are some things that I didn't, and I was okay with that. The MCAT is not a test I'm trying to get 100% on. I'm trying to get so September 18th rolls around. I was already panicky. I woke up and I knew like today is the day. Now I really don't even want to look at my phone because I assumed that there was going to be like an email like, yeah, your MCAT score is in. And my line sister took the test the same day and she was like, yeah, you check your score. And I was just like, fuck no. Like, man, like I'm about to pass out in this bitch. And my plan was I was going to open my results in the middle of the concert, because I was like, okay, if I have a bomb ass test score, I'm be like, yeah, turning up right in front of Drake. If my score was shitty, I was like, yo, shit, I'm dumb, but hey, we still turning up because it's Drizzy. So it would sound like the perfect plan, but of course, the way my life is set up, I didn't even have no damn signal in the place. So I just decided to just enjoy the concert, let my man try to sweat on me. So after the concert ends, I'm literally like, yo, like I have to look at my MCAT score, I'm gonna die. Man, I log in to the little thing that I need to do, like to review my MCAT score, typing everything in, and my heart is like fucking pounding. Do I have PTSD? Typing in my email address, my password and stuff, and I go to scores, like view scores. And when I tell y'all, when I looked at that shit, I was just like, what the fuck? Like, where's my score? Because what I saw looked like a random sample score that they just pulled out their ass to show like, hey, this is how we say what your score is. But that was mine. IFailedTheMCAT did that shit. And I was just like, what? Like, sis, did you fall asleep during the test? Did you study? And I was so frustrated because I knew all of that energy that I took. Like, I literally lost sleep during the summer after graduating. Like, I'm supposed to be living it up in my 20s. And I felt like I put in a lot of work. Like, and as soon as I saw it, like, I literally started crying. And of course, like, things like this don't define you, but I took it upon myself to withdraw my application because I was so ashamed. Like, I was like, Ashley, you can do better than that. And yes, this is a hard test, but it's not something that you can't do. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to get emotional. I have to kind of love myself through my kind of valleys. Oh my God, I'm not gonna cry. This is annoying. Okay, I'm good. Okay. And I still have to remind myself of that, that is not something that I can't do. So this is part of the reason why I'm inviting you to this journey to MD, journey to DO, whatever the fuck, because I want to hold myself accountable and I want you to hold yourself accountable for whatever you're procrastinating. The MCAT is a hard test. And I had to learn that, Ashley, yes, you're used to getting things the first time. You're used to accomplishing things and it's nothing. You're used to setting your mind to something and it is what it is. But Ashley, dude, you're not invincible. If I really do want this shit, it's just something I'm gonna have to go through. And at the end of the day, when I take my kids to a pediatrician, I want to hear, one, her story. Two, I want her to be like, well, no, I'm not just here because I just, was good at extracurriculars. I was a good leader. I'm a good speaker. I want to have somebody that's going to take care of my child that has the credentials, and I want to be that pediatrician for somebody else's child. Like, I want somebody to be on their shit, and now I got to get my fucking shit together. This transition into adulthood and actually facing your dreams head on, that shit is terrifying. I just want to encourage you that you don't have to be discouraged if you fail. And I failed the shit out of the MCAT, but guess what? I'm finna pick myself up and get my shit together, because at the end of the day, this is something that I want to do, and you got to do that too. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. I'll see y'all in the next video. I can't believe I just said that.